The following program is called
Brain Games
Number 4.
It has been known to drive people
Bananas. Parents should watch
only at the discretion of their children.
I said no, Mom.
No,
Mom.
So hold on to your thinking caps.
and let us begin.
Brain Game. And now, game number 1.
It's time to play Who's a Whatchamacallits? The game in which we give you clues and you tell us who or what. He was born out of this world. When his home broke up, he found a place on the Daily Planet. When trouble brews, he soars to the occasion. He's always got the right change in a phone booth. Not a bird, not a plane. He's Superman. This one's a game for blockheads. The puzzle with a constant twist. When the colors match, you finally made it. If you find it too easy, you can always get your revenge. This cube won't cool you down. It's Rubik's Cube. To him, murder is just a game. He's got colorful friends, but each is suspect. How'd this guy get into the army? Maybe Miss Scarlet can give you the clue. He's Colonel Mustard. He's an Italian hero, but not a sandwich. Yet he looked for spices. Isabella paid for his trip, and she wouldn't be sorry. He searched for the Indies and found the Indians. Where would we be without him? He's Christopher Columbus. She's the best of the worst in the West. Very nasty. But a little girl made her melt. Watch her zoom on her broom over the rainbow, easily swept off her feet. She's the Wicked Witch of the West.
Game number 2.
Tales of Rongovia. This is the secret book of Rongovia, a place where everybody is out of sorts. And no wonder, because everything is out of time and place. To decipher the book's code, we will tell you tales, and you will tell us their mistakes. Let's begin. It is the year 41 BC, and Cleopatra, Egypt's beautiful queen, awaits the return of her heartthrob, Mark Antony. She wishes to prepare a lovely concert of romantic music for him. Now, which of these instruments could Cleo not have played for her love? The flighty flute? The haunting harp? The tremulous trumpet? The passionate piano? Well, Cleopatra could blow a blast on a trumpet, yes, and she could also have tooted her flute or played a harp. But alas, this queen who could have everything couldn't pound a piano, because the first instrument to resemble the piano wasn't around until the 1700s. Sorry, Cleo. Now let us flip to an even earlier time. Here is Carlton the caveman doing what comes naturally. Carlton likes his comforts and has everything the year 25,000 BC could offer. But which of these things could Carlton not enjoy? Pretty paintings on his wall? A nice hot fire for cooking? Stone weapons for hunting his prey? Or a cart with wheels to keep things a-rolling? Well, Carlton could have had stone weapons, and he could have had wall paintings, or cooked with fire. But what Carlton the caveman could not have had was wheels. The wheels wouldn't be rolled out for another 20,000 years, and by that time, Carlton had lost his turn. And speaking of turns, let us turn the page to the time of the most celebrated actress, Sarah Bernhardt.
I die, Rodolfo. I die.
The divine Sarah lived for 79 years until 1923. She was surely the rage of the stage. But there was one thing Sarah could not do in spite of her great talents. Which of the following could she not have done? Appeared in a silent film? Made a film with sound?
Oh, Romeo, Romeo.
Made a hit recording?
Wherefore art thou?
Or been heard on the radio?
Goodbye, cruel world.
Well, Sarah could have made a recording.
I die.
Or been heard on the radio.
I really die.
She could have had a starring role in a silent film. But what the unbelievably talented Sarah could not do was appear in a motion picture with sound. Talking pictures didn't come on the scene until 1927. And by then, Sarah wasn't talking to anybody. Her final curtain fell in 1923. Ah, farewell, Sarah. Now let us turn the page to 1816. We are visiting Napoleon, who has been exiled to St. Helena. The great Napoleon, who had the world in his grip, is losing it, and in his misery has become plagued with a variety of aches and pains. Now, which one of the following medical treatments could Napoleon's doctors not have treated him with? Surgery to remove his appendix? A thermometer to take his royal temperature? An aspirin tablet for his cold? A vaccination to protect him from smallpox? Which one of these could his doctors not have used? Well, Napoleon's noble appendix could have been removed. And yes, the former emperor's royal temperature could be taken. Body thermometers had been used for some 200 years. As for a vaccination against smallpox, that was being used in Napoleon's time. But could Napoleon take an aspirin? Alas, absolutely not. The first aspirin tablet wasn't produced until almost 100 years after the emperor's death. Sorry, Napoleon. A cold is a cold is a cold. Achoo! And now it's time to close the book of Rongovia. The sun is coming up, so it's time to say good night. I bid you farewell with a fond hello.
Game number 3.
It's time to to play Memory Workout. Introducing some great Broadway dancers who are stretching, straining, and yearning to strut their stuff. Now, get ready.
This is a memory game, and you must watch carefully, because the picture that you see is going to disappear. Watch carefully, because I'm going to ask you to tell me what you see. Got it? Good, because it's gone!
Here comes our number one bouncy question. How many of our dancers are wearing leg warmers? How many have got their hard-working drumsticks in a woolly wrap? If you said 2, you hit it true. You've got multicolored, and you've got bright red. And the stretching and straining goes on with question number 2.
Bottoms up and pay attention. I ask you, how many of our dancer friends are wearing striped shirts? How many striped shirts are our jumping beans wearing? Hey, if you said 1, we'll have some fun. 1 it is. It's striped shirted Jeremy.
And Memory Workout goes on with question number 3. This is a brainy one, so keep your screws on tight. All right, question number 3.
How many dancers are wearing headbands? How many dancers have their heads under wraps?
2 it is. A 2's what you said. There's Susie and Sam, and they're both wearing red. And now for question number 4. This one's a toughie, and I tell you no lies. How many dancers are wearing dancing shoes? How many have slippers on those exercising toes? Ha-ha, the game is fun. If you said none, because none it is. You've got 4 dancers and 40 naked toes. Not a shoe in sight, if you said it right.
And now for a killer question. Take it away, Matsy. And here it is, a tricky one. How many rings is our piano man sporting? How many of his rings hit the ebonies and ivories? If you said 3, then right you'd be. He's got 3 gigantic jewels. 2 on his left hand and 1 big sparkler on his right. And that's it for Memory Workout. Is anybody tired? Oh, boy.
Game number 4.
Ear play. We will play you a sound. You tell us what it is. Stand by to play. And now we will play. Sound 1 of 5. Ready, set, play. What is it? Rewind. Replay. The sound is a fly. Driving man crazy. Next game. Sound 2 of 5. What is it? Rewind. Replay. The sound is tap dancing. 6 tapping feet. Next game. Sound 3 of 5. What is it? Rewind. Replay. The sound is Hubert. Falling. Next game. Sound 4 of 5. What is it? Rewind. Replay. The sound is heartbeat of a lamb. Sound 5 of 5. What is it? Rewind. Replay. The sound is popcorn popping. And popping. And popping. That was sound 5 of 5. Game over. Earplay now out.
Game number 5.
The game Eyewitness. The place, Big Bucks Bank. The time, 2 p.m. Tuesday. The crime, bank robbery.
You're about to see a bank robbery recorded by the eye of a hidden camera. Watch carefully, for you will be asked to identify the criminal. The crook enters ready to make a big withdrawal. He goes up to Teller Willie Wally's window and fills out a note with this message. Hand over $1 million. Willie turns over the million. No one notices anything except for a mutt who smells a rat. Who says mutts have no brains? The crook turns to leave. He calmly exits the bank and escapes in a red getaway car. Then Willie whacks the alarm button. This is all we've got to go on. Let's go over the evidence. Here's the bandit leaving. Let's get closer and closer. Here's the crook we're after. This is the face we have to finger. What an ugly kisser. Every detective in town is in on the case. Brendan Buckaroo, the owner of the bank, has offered a huge reward. At the local precincts, promotions are coming up, so the cops are. 6 hours later, 4 suspects, all with robbery records, are rounded up. One of these guys is the crook. Here's the picture of the crook as he appeared at the time of the robbery. Expert investigators confirm he was wearing no disguise. Now, these are the facts. Fact 1. The roundup is 6 hours after the crime. That's important. Only certain things can be changed in that time. Fact 2. The cops have checked out all the facial characteristics. Everything is real. No putty, no wigs, no makeup, no false mustaches or beards. What you see is what you got. Now, are you ready to finger the crook? Is it Sam the Scarface, Left-Handed Louie, Saul the Skinhead, Felix the Furrier? Well, let's see. Could it be Sam the Scarface? The crook had straight hair and Sam has curly hair. Well, he could have had his hair permed in 6 hours. What about his scar? He couldn't have gotten himself a real deep and healed scar in 6 hours, so it's not Sam the Scarface. Could it have been Left-Handed Louie, the left-handed forger? Impossible. Our bank robber wrote his hold-up note with his right hand. Second of all, get a load of his real beard. No way the crook could have grown all that fur in 6 hours. Scram, Louie. What about Saul the Skinhead? The crook has a full head of hair. Well, Saul could have shaved his head. But check that mustache. He couldn't have grown it so fast. So long, Saul. What about Felix the Furrier?
Check out his hair. He could have made it blonde and curly. What about the earring? He could easily have added it. But dig the ears. They're really pointed, and that's the point. Remember? We said all the facial characteristics are real. He couldn't have changed the shape of his ears in 6 hours. Our powers of deduction pinpoint Felix. Our crook, Felix the Furrier. Winter was coming up, huh, Felix? And you needed some cold cash for hard furs. Okay, Felix, come clean.
Okay, guys, I did it. I did it. I was thinking about mink, not the clink.
Another case solved by the powers of deduction. Remember, if you use your noodle, you won't wind up in the soup.
Game number 6. The final game.
It's time to play Main Task Start. The game in which you, the audience, help the contestants unscramble words before the clock runs out. Main Task Start. What's the name of the game? It's Name That Sport. So hey, let's play. And our first contestant to play our first sport is Oversized Ali from Oshkosh. Okay, Ali, it's your turn to strike it big on Name That Sport. Please step into All-Star Stadium and get ready for the clues. And here we go. It's a rousing game of Yo-Check. The players are strong, the players are manly. There is no plate, but a cup named Stanley. Not a ball that they hit, but if they're in luck, a slap shot will score with a thing called a puck. Yo-Check? What sport am I talking about? Okay, Ollie, go for it. You've put it on ice if you've said hockey. Let's hear it for a good skate. Oversized Ollie from Oshkosh. And the clock continues with contestant number 2. It's straight-laced Sam from Saskatchewan. Now settle down, Sam, and get ready for our scramble. It's a terrific game of Salablab. The excitement is building. Salablab. There's a plate and a pitcher whose curve tells it all. There's never a strike when you're having a ball. If a player goes bats, he'll be a big hit. But if he doesn't, on a bench he will sit. Salablab. So what's the name of the game? You're safe, Sammy, if you said baseball. Let's hear a salute for Sam.
Way to go, Sam. Keep it up, Sam.
Moving right along, sports fans, we're here for Fast Game of Nice, Sam. Introducing contestant number 3, short-tempered Shelley from Sheboygan. Okay, Shelley, keep cool for these clues. It's no easy racket. You strain every joint. But all heads turn if you get the point. 4 seconds left to stroke a spinner. Get ready, get set. And you're the winner. Okay, so what's the name of the game? Nice scent. Holy McEnroe, it's tennis.
Out.
Don't complain, Shelley. That ball was out. And now for our next event, introducing contestant number 4, Little Louie from Louisville. Step into our All-Star Stadium, Louie, and here are the clues. The game is table slab. The fans will holler and cheer and go nuts, because what you're dunking isn't donuts. Fill the bucket, but not with soup. And when you do, let out a hoop. So, Little Louie, what's the name of the game? Table slab. You're on the board if you said basketball. So let's hear it for Louie. And now contestant number 5, Frail Fred from Fresno. Welcome, Freddie. Here we go with our next event. The gong says, go for Gonbex. You bob, you weave, you dance, you duck. They raise your hand if you're in luck. You go round and round, a square that's a ring, and if you want out, punch is the thing, okay? Gonbex. What's the name of the game? Fred, you score a knockout with the word boxing. Let's hear it for Frail Fred from Fresno. Well, I'm the greatest hero. And that's it for Name That Sport. It's Name That Sport. Well, good night, and remember, keep slugging, slapping, lobbing, slamming, dunking, punching, and hitting!
Brain Games is now over.
I'd die, Rodolfo. I'd die.
Sorry, Napoleon. A cold is a cold is a cold.
Achoo! You've got 4 dancers and 40 naked toes. Not a shoe in sight, if you said it right.
Cleopatra could blow a blast on a trumpet. Yes.
The crook turns to leave. He calmly exits the bank and escapes in a red getaway car.
Easily swept off her feet, she's the Wicked Witch of the West.
The wheels wouldn't be rolled out for another 20,000 years. And by that time, Carlton had lost his turn.
So hey, let's play. And our first contestant to play our first sport is oversized Ali from Oshkosh. 2 on his left hand and 1 big sparkler on his right. And that's it for memory workout. Is anybody tired? Oh, boy.
The preceding program has been recommended for family viewing by the National Education Association.